Hello, 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 and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, beautiful soul, wherever you are in this beautiful world. There's so much change, transition, transformation, and there's a lot of energy that seems to be unsettled lately. So how do you work with your insides, your inner game, those pesky inner demons that just want to be loud, stop you, trip you up, trigger you, get you to quit, get you to give in or give up? How do angels and universal energy help you with your inner game? Because I guess you could say it's really an inside job. If you're not managing your thoughts, your feelings, and your emotions as well as you'd like, then more than likely those three areas are affecting you more than you may be aware of. Yes, you get it. Things are not easy. Let's just get real. Sometimes the noise in your head, the thoughts, the past, the naysayers, the people who like to squash your dreams, or even yourself, you get in your own way. So how do you deal with those issues, those blind spots, those nothing ever works out, or the things that you say to yourself when things don't go the way you thought they would, or they don't quite exactly follow the guidance that you received? The outcome is very different. Maybe no one signed up. Maybe bills came in larger than you expected. The promotion didn't happen. The launch for your business didn't quite go as well. So what do you do behind the scenes to help you, to help your angels, to get through those moments when the inner game, those thoughts, feelings, and emotions actually try to tear you down, get you to quit, help you feel or make you feel frustrated, disappointed, disillusioned, any of those things? What do you do with the inner game? How can angels and universal energy help you with that? Well, how do you want them to help you? Are you willing to look at the truth of what's really happening? Did you self-sabotage? Did you stumble? Did you try something different and maybe it didn't work? So what did go well? What did you do that helps propel you forward? So how does that come into angels and universal energy helping you with your inner game, those inner thoughts, the emotions, and the feelings that can really get in the way of your dreams and becoming a master manifester and getting in the way of success and prosperity? Well, how about detoxing your energy? Taking a moment, maybe a couple hours, maybe an hour, and actually breathing, taking a break, taking a step back, not backing away, but taking a step back from the emotion, detaching from the outcome. Yes, set intentions, set goals, do your part, and, not but, and let go of the outcome. Because if we invest in a specific outcome, we can set ourselves up for failure, disappointment, disillusionment, feelings of angels and universal energy betraying us, not supporting us, not telling us the truth. Hey, Jill. And we're the ones who are getting in the way. We're the ones who are allowing our inner thoughts, the inner game, the demons, get in the way. Because if we truly, absolutely, undeniably believed, then no matter what the outcome is, we would just say, okay, dust yourself off, get yourself back up, and you move on. I'm not saying that you wouldn't have to work through some of the emotions. You are human. We are human. And yet, the inner game, those inner demons, the inner voices, the past, the people in our past who have said, you know, you're not going to make any money doing that. You just need to get a job. Or you're not in the right job. Or you need to do this. Or you need to do that. Or you need to stop doing this and stop seeing that person. Stop saying, it's like, oh my goodness. Are there any yeses? Are there any yeses that you can not hang on to, but tap into when the road or the path gets like tough and it seems like things are falling apart? And you know what? Sometimes they are. And the good news about falling apart is that the outer crust that we have built around ourselves, that you have built around you to protect, to avoid pain, to avoid being found out that you have these secret desires to maybe be a multimillionaire, maybe be a multi-six-figure entrepreneur, or climb the corporate ladder, whatever it is. Build, let's see, what was that? Yeah, I just got lost of train of thought, sorry. Build low-income apartment complexes to help others in need, to build a shelter, a community center for healing, for teaching, opening up a brick and mortar store, a metaphysical bookshop, becoming an authority and a recognized person with your expertise worldwide. So what is the purpose of the inner game? It has two purposes. The ego, the conscious mind, centers on all the junk that could go wrong, all the negativity, all the things that don't happen just exactly as we want, or what was guidance given to us, or, you know, people say they're going to do X, Y, Z, and then they don't show up. And you know what? So what? So what? So you know what? Fill in the blanks. Shift happens. And shift can also be minus the F. Shift happens. When you shift and you begin planting different kinds of seeds, there's going to be a lag, hopefully not very long. You're going to have some success, and then there's going to be a little bit of a dip, a downward dip maybe, and things start to fall apart. But that's the old stuff. That's the old junk, the old rubbish, and the old BS that's falling away. And in those moments, you get to dig deep, or you get to go home. I prefer to take a moment, maybe I'll go home for a few moments, and then I dig deep. So what do? You incense, you burn sage, you do a deep smudge, you journal, you meditate, you take a salt bath, you look at what really is happening, you recognize outwardly, verbally, and mentally, and write it down. What are the signs of manifestation? What positive things are happening? And then you focus on those. And you tell your conscious mind, thank you very much. That was then and this is now. You work on the inner game. And every single time you go to up level, you get to up level your inner game as well. Because, hey Jerry, if you don't work with the inner game, the outer stuff is not going to last long. It's going to rubber band and snap you backwards and smack you on your buttuckus, on your butt. And it's going to just, cripple you in mentally, emotionally, energetically, and spiritually, because the ego is all about keeping you in your space, in your place. But that place, that space is full of negativity. It's negative energy. It's negative thoughts. It's Oh my goodness, it's never going to happen for me. I'm too old. I'm too young. I don't have the money. I don't do this. I don't do that. I'm afraid of getting hurt. Oh well, whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. I used to be an angry young woman because I was protecting myself. That didn't work. So I tore down the wall. It didn't happen overnight, but I tore down the wall. Do I still get hurt? Sure. Do I get back up every single time? Yes. Sometimes it's in seconds, sometimes it's in minutes, maybe it's an hour, maybe it's a couple hours, and maybe it's even a day or a week. Depends on how big the hurt is, how big the gap is that I am not attempting, but I am bridging. The inner game is everything, everything, especially if you're on your spiritual path, because you got to marry, integrate, assimilate, balance, align the inner to get the outer to stay, for it to stick. And if you're not willing to really dig in there and do something with it, you're going to have temporary results. If you don't believe me, look around. Are you where you want to be? Are you closer to where you want to be? Do you get a little bit ahead and then something pops you back? Then there's more inner game to work on. So what inner game piece is stopping you, beautiful soul, from getting where you really want to be? And I mean financially, in a career, starting business, growing business, just being in alignment, connecting to angels and universal energy in a way that you know the noise is just not going to stop you. Never, not ever. Maybe for a moment or two, but not ever going to stop you. Share this video. Share it with everyone, as many people as you can, and watch it yourself more than once. The inner game is everything. It's about digging deep and getting to that space where nothing and no one is going to stop you. I'm not talking about being a steamroller and rolling over people's toes and crushing things. Just, get out of your own way, become a master manifester, step into your value, identify your blind spots, and just simply move forward one step at a time. If you want help with that, I can help you. The angels and I can help you. Post in the comments whether or what the inner game is. What is stopping you? What is tripping you up? What inner game have you already worked through? If you prefer to keep it private, message me. You know that I will circle back and I will touch each and every one of you, say hello, and respond to your comments. How brave are you to face you? This is the Angel Lady, and we'll talk again soon. Bye-bye for now.